Well, now that we're officially in 2025, people are looking forward to what the year has to bring. I think most people are expecting Xbox to bring a lot of cool things to the forefront. A lot of games, a lot of first party stuff. And even if they're not all exclusive, I think that we can all agree that, obviously having games that people want to play is going to be a big part of just the entire situation for Xbox being better for everyone. So, I think that's going to be something to kind of like pay attention to as the months roll on and weeks roll on and things like that. For me, I think that, I'm at a point where it's exciting to see what's coming, and, I think this is going to be Xbox's best first party year. Like I said, there's a lot of people that think ways of certain things, and it's funny to me because it's like I'm not the big Phil Spencer fan or anything like that. I know some people think that I am. I'm not. But it's funny to me that people attack those that maybe are, or maybe those that are like a big Herman Holst fan or whoever, maybe Jim Ryan, whoever the case may be. And I think that's funny because if you look at it, even like the PC people, they really like revere Gabe, right? Like this guy who's done like, he has a store, a multi-platform store, very rarely. I mean, when was the last exclusive that Steam put out, right? So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's silly getting too much into it. Maybe Microsoft just wants to be like a store, yeah, it's sort of like how Steam is, and so maybe it is wrong to kind of hate on what's going on. I don't know. We'll see how these things go. Just pondering some things, just thinking out loud, if you will. Like I said, anything can happen, and we'll see how Microsoft responds to this stuff. But we do know that they're going to have a very, very interesting first party year. Like I said numerous times before, the way we're kind of looking at this, you're looking at Avowed, you're looking at South of Midnight, you're looking at Outer Worlds 2, you're looking at, so much in terms of what they have to offer. So we'll have to see. We'll see if this is going to play out well and do something that, Microsoft has never really done before, and that's have a complete year, right? Like, we just have to be honest about it. Can they have a complete year? Is that going to be something they're going to be able to accomplish? And when I say complete year, I mean, I think that it's just one of those things where you have to have games right from the get-go in that year, and that's something that they really kind of lacked. So we'll see how that kind of changes and how that maybe kind of works out in the long run. But I'm interested to see what you guys think. Well, let's get started. Happy New Year. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I certainly do appreciate it. Please like the video, share it out, all that kind of good stuff. Maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. So like I said, man, I do daily content. A lot of people are kind of looking forward to what Microsoft is kind of showing out and things like that this year. I've mentioned some of the games, even like Call of Duty, and then you have Doom. Yeah, these are multi-platform games, but hey, they're on Xbox, made by Xbox, so they should at least take advantage of the hardware, and they're going to be in Game Pass day one, so I think that's something that's, a lot of people are going to look forward to. At the end of the day. So we'll see, we'll see how that kind of works, and we'll see if that's something that Microsoft can continue to kind of get people to invest in. But, like I said, this is going to be something that's going to take some work. In addition to all the stuff, it looks like it could be Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which is one of the more revered Elder Scrolls games, could be revealed this month. Maybe, we'll see. The long-anticipated remake of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion could be revealed in January, according to this. Not only is the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake real, but Xbox could announce the game in January at an Xbox Direct. And not only could it be announced next month, or this month, excuse me, but the game could be released sometime in 2025. So hey, that's a hell of a lot of games releasing in 2025 from Microsoft. The previous rumors, the remake is being developed by Virtuous and is being built in Unreal Engine 5, and the rumors also hinted at a 2025 release for the game. If you recall, the first word of the remaster or remake came during the FTC's investigation into Microsoft's Activision acquisition. At the time, the documents revealed the game was expected during fiscal year 2022, but that obviously never came to be. Since then, nothing has been said publicly by Microsoft or Bethesda on its status. So, with every rumor, obviously take it with a grain of salt and things like that. But, hey, again, I think that clearly this could be something that we see coming sooner rather than later. And, I think it comes at a time. I actually think that, it's interesting because this is something that could have really came at any particular point. But like Microsoft has really failed to take advantage of the situation with some of their IP, right? Like they have that game, that show based on their game, Fallout, that did very well, and so people were buying the old Fallouts and stuff. Imagine if they didn't have a new game, but imagine if they had, a remaster of something, Fallout 3 or 4 or New Vegas or whatever the case may be. I think that could have really helped out tremendously if they would have been able to kind of do that. So, again, we'll see what happens, long term with this stuff. But it is nice to see that, hey, there's another game that they could be releasing, and it would be a first-party game that goes into Game Pass. So, listen, I always thought that Oblivion was a good game, but clearly it had some issues and, didn't exactly look as good as like some of the other games at the time, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's hard to kind of get into it for me. So I would love to see, something like that come out as kind of soon as possible. So yeah, I think that would be cool, and I'm sure a lot of you guys would be kind of feeling that too. So what games do you guys want to see from Microsoft this year? Like I said, it could be anything. Are you guys excited to see what they have to offer? I've been saying this for a long time. They realistically have, a ton of great stuff that they can be kind of looking into, and I've mentioned this a lot as well. You have the situation with Avowed coming out, you have South of Midnight, you have Fable supposedly coming out, you have, Doom, you have the new Call of Duty, you have, let's see, what else do we have? A lot of great stuff. So, again, you add into it this game, and I think we are really prime position to kind of get some really, really cool stuff from Microsoft into the Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox kind of ecosystem / Game Pass. So, again, I think Game Pass is turning into a hell of a deal. I know people don't want to believe that or whatever, but it honestly is just a really, really good deal this year if you're looking into it. And again, if you are worried about Microsoft maybe not being in the business in a little while or whatever, if you're really kind of worried about that, I think that you can, just have an Xbox and kind of do it in a situation where you're basically paying for Game Pass. That way you're just paying for rentals or whatever, and you don't really have to worry about, some of the other stuff that's coming out. You don't have to worry about, hey, am I going to lose my games? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? I think that is something that you have to kind of keep in mind, kind of going forward, whatever the case may be. If you are planning on getting into Xbox or whatever, then hey, at least you ain't got to worry about losing anything that you bought, at that particular point. So, that's like something that I think a lot of us can kind of get next to and understand where they come from with that. So, hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from with all this. Like I have a bunch of Xbox games and stuff, and I would hate to lose them. But at the same point in time, we live in a world where, people think differently than I do, and everybody has kind of a different idea of what they're expecting and things like that. For me, I'm always kind of expecting, if I buy something, I want to be able to own it. So, I know a lot of people don't really look at it the same way as I do, but that's exactly how I look at it, and I'm sure that a lot of you do too. But if you look at Xbox as just like a rental thing, then, hey, I think that it really kind of goes to show that, it really kind of comes down to what we're each kind of expecting and things like that. So, like I said, I'm excited by what they're releasing just from a first party standpoint, regardless of, I know a lot of it's probably going to go to PlayStation. It is what it is, but, we have this kind of idea of what we're looking for as gamers, and, great first party output, I think, is the first thing. Yeah, we can argue all day about how stupid it is to put that stuff everywhere, but, at the end of the day, they're going to have some fantastic stuff ready to go. So how do you guys feel about it? What are you guys looking forward to? Let me know down below. I certainly appreciate it. And if you guys are going to watch the videos, and please do enjoy them, and like them and all that kind of good stuff. It means a lot to me if you guys would just leave a simple like on the videos, as well as go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. All that stuff helps out the channel, helps the videos to be seen, and keeps me going. So yep, keep it at it, and I'll catch you guys next time. I hope you guys have a great day, have a great new year. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.